mystery. It's about a single wolf near the tunnel.
Goodbye from me. You're dead. Now you are as dumb as you look. You deserve that, you idiot. You're planning on dying right now. Well, I guess that'll teach you. You're a dead fuck. Goodbye from me. Now you are as dumb as you look. You deserve that, you idiot. You want to die here?
We'll dig deep to find out what is this mystery all about.
Yo, what is up YouTube? My name is TZ and welcome back to another brand new video, and today's video is a GTA video. This is my second GTA video and I'm starting it off strong by digging into one of the most overlooked GTA mysteries ever. For those who already know me, yes, this really is how I sound. Give it a moment and you will get used to it. Anyway, let's get back on track. The Howling Tunnel. This mystery shows up in pretty much every GTA iceberg video on YouTube. Yet every creator who talks about it ends up repeating the same thing. It makes no sense at all. Nobody knows why it's there. Well, I believe I cracked this mystery on November 21 and now I'm finally bringing it here on YouTube. Now, if you are sitting there wondering what the Howling Tunnel even is, don't stress, cause I'm going to walk you through it first and show you what it sounds like in case you haven't heard it yourself. Strange, right? That was also the only YouTube video that proved this sound actually existed in the game. Literally the only one on all of YouTube. Crazy, right? You would expect there to be tons of recording. That's how tough it is to find. That's exactly how rare the audio is. If you have seen this before in an iceberg video, it's always the same clip played over and over. The one I just showed. They use it because it's literally the only proof that existed. And for years, that video was privated, so you couldn't even search for it anymore. Or at least it was the only proof until last December when I saw someone posted a recording of the Howling Tunnel. So now you know what the Howling Tunnel actually sounds like. It's a wolf, an echo of a wolf howling as if it were outside the tunnel. But obviously, it can't be in the open world because there are no wolves in GTA 5. So you are probably thinking, if wolves are not in the game, then this must be a cut content, right? Maybe they forgot to delete the audio. But that's not true. This is actually an intentional Easter egg Rockstar put in. There are no wolves in gameplay, but the sound carries a deeper meaning tied to something that happened in real life California. Now I'll show you how to hear this yourself so you don't think I'm making it up. And then I'll explain exactly what this Easter egg really means, okay? So I spent a long time digging into this and finally managed to narrow down the exact time and location where this audio triggers, because like I said, it's incredibly rare. It doesn't play every time. First you need to be in the Mount Chiliad tunnel, specifically near the end of the tunnel closest to Plateau Bay. In the gameplay on screen, I am standing exactly where you need to be for the sound to trigger. Walking around this area from all my attempts, I found that the audio only triggers between 9 PM and 4 AM in game. And the most consistent window is between 2 AM and 4 AM. Right where you are standing, the train passes directly underneath you, so you will hear trains going by and spawning a lot. But if you're lucky and have your volume turned all the way up, you might catch the wolf's howl. Now most of my recordings are in director mode because you can control time. If you miss the sound, you can just rewind and try again. You can hear it in story mode and GTA Online too, but it's much easier in director mode since you can manipulate time. Now you have heard the Howling Tunnel and know how to trigger it. Let's get into the important part. Why does it exist? What's the actual answer behind a mystery nobody's been able to solve since 2013? Alright, first some known info. This audio is indeed in the game files. It's very simple and it's literally called Distant Forest Wolf. So that confirms it. It's a wolf, a single wolf, not a pack, just one. GTA 5 is based on California. Every animal in the game is something you would actually find roaming California in real life. GTA 5 is set in 2013, but the development began years earlier, let's say around 2010. Back then, the devs aimed for realism, only including animals actually present in California. In 1915, the US government had a huge wolf problem. Wolves roamed all across North USA, killing livestock and causing issues. So the government hired hunters and over 24,000 wolves were killed. They wiped out so many that by 1916, grey wolves were basically extinct across North USA. They used to be common in California but eventually became so rare that laws were made to protect them. By the end of 2024, California only had around 45 to 65 wolves left. They were nearly wiped out and only recently started to grow again. But remember, GTA 5 is set in 2013 and was being built years earlier. Here's the important part. When GTA 5 was being developed, only one wolf had been officially sighted in California since 1924. A single wolf, and that's where it all clicks. Since there are no wolves freely roaming in California, Rockstar didn't add them to the game. They added coyotes and other animals, but not wolves. Now you see where this is going? The howling sound inside the tunnel is a reference to that one lone wolf spotted in California during the time GTA 5 was being created. It makes perfect sense. The devs didn't know where that wolf was at that time, but that one confirmed sighting proved a wolf still existed in California. So Rockstar hid an Easter egg, a lone wolf howling inside the tunnel. Inside the tunnel, you hear the echo. You can't see the wolf, but you know it's there, just like real life. That explains why the audio is so rare. It is not meant to trigger every time, but if you're lucky, you hear it. It's a brilliant Easter egg, and it makes sense why nobody could solve this mystery. It's complicated and tied to real events. So that's it. The Howling Tunnel finally solved after all these years. It's done. Now we can move towards GTA 6 with closure on this mystery. I wanted my second GTA video to be meaningful, and I think this one really was. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with another video soon, and until then, stay positive and peace.